What's up everyone, welcome back to LaceUp channel. My name is Mickey. In today's video, we're gonna get into the nitty gritty on voice picking. Is voice picking really worth it? Now I know I haven't made a lot of videos this year so far guys, but I've really been focused on our projects, implementing new warehouses, getting voice picking integrated into our system. And the more I do this work, the more I realize that voice picking can actually make a tremendous difference to someone's profit and loss. Your net income is affected so exponentially by voice, it's unbelievable. And in this video, I'm gonna show you everything there is to know about voice. I'm gonna show you how it works, a demo of it, and last but not least, the return on investment so that you can determine if it's right for you. So anyways, let's get right into it. So the first question is, what is voice? Voice picking is simply a headset that connects through Bluetooth to a mobile device that resides in your coat or in your pocket. Now, when you put that headset on, you simply tell the voice picking system to start work. Once you start work, it'll tell you exactly where you need to go in the warehouse through voice, and you have to confirm back to it that you're located at that location, and then it tells you what you need to pick. So now that you know what voice picking is, I know that's a very high level, not nuanced view on voice pick, but now I'm gonna get into a demo to show you how it actually works.
Welcome to Lydia Voice. I am Lydia, your assistant for industrial and logistics applications. Let me guide you through the app.
So this is Lydia Voice. This is the provider that we use to do voice picking with our WMS. And in short, to start doing voice, you tell the voice system, once you have your headset on, start order. Start order.
Aisle 3.
You'll see how the system tells you to go to aisle 3 and you say, okay.
Rack 2, shelf 6.
So it's telling me to go rack 2, shelf 6, and all I have to do to confirm that I truly am at rack 2, shelf 6 is I have to read off of the label on the location the check digit. Now every location has a corresponding check digit, and that check digit is put in place so that the picker can confirm that they're actually at the right location. So the check digit here is 47. 47.
8 pieces.
Now it'll tell me how many quantities to pick. We need 8 pieces for this order. 8.
Rack 4, shelf 8.
6-2.
5 pieces.
5.
Rack 7, shelf 12.
3-5.
8 pieces.
7.
7 pieces.
7.
Aisle 5.
Okay.
Rack 5, shelf 6.
0-8.
4 pieces.
4.
Rack 5, shelf 9.
So you'll just see how we just picked 4 or 5 lines in the matter of seconds through voice. You'll notice that there is a little communication between me and the voice application, whereas it tells me what aisle I'm going to. I have to confirm, then I have to read the check digit, then it tells me the quantity, and all I do is tell it the quantity that I'm picking. That in and of itself saves the time of a person with paper or with a scanner having to hold something physical, put that something down, pick the product, pick it back up, and move to the next location. When you extrapolate those time savings across hundreds of thousands or millions of picks a month, you're talking about a substantial savings. So the question is, why is this better than paper or than scanning? In short, it's just saving time in the warehouse. And when you save time in the warehouse and you make your pickers more efficient, you increase as a result the cases per hour picked by picker, which means that given the same number of pick hours a week, your pickers are going to be 30 to 40% more effective in picking cases, which means, long story short, that you'll need 30 to 40% less pickers to fulfill the same amount of work. And I think that's a good segue here to a quick spreadsheet that I've created for you guys. And in this spreadsheet, you'll see 2 sections. On the left, paper picking, and on the right, voice picking. I've pulled these data points from another customer that I'm working on a voice program for them. And you'll see on the left, these guys, they're picking 175,000 cases a month. They've got 8 pickers. They've got 30 picking hours per picker. They're picking 240 hours a week across those 8 pickers, 1,040 hours a month across those 8 pickers, and they're picking 5,048 cases per week and 168 cases an hour. Now, 168 cases an hour is extremely high for a company that picks off paper. That's like bordering on the top 1% of the 1%. So this is a warehouse that, for all intents and purposes, is super productive. But watch what happens when you implement voice. right here you've got the same values as over here. We've seen companies exceed 290 cases an hour in their warehouse when they implement voice. So if you take this to 290 cases an hour, you'll see how our pickers that were once 8 pickers needed are now 4.64 pickers or 5 pickers. So we've cut 3 heads just by increasing our cases per hour from 168 to 290. And that's because our picking hours per week drop from 240 to 139. Our picking hours per month drop from 1040 to 603. And our cases picked per picker per week go up from 5,048 to 8,700. So your warehouse, in short, just became as productive as it used to be with 3 pickers less. So you get to drop those 3 pickers. Let's say each one makes $5,000 each with benefits per month. That's a $15,000 cash flow infusion to your bottom line. But at this point, you're like, Mickey, doesn't a voice picking system have a cost associated with it? Well, I'm gonna give you some hypothetical pricing. Let's say that the voice system has a setup fee of 6 figures, I don't know, $100,000, and I'm just throwing arbitrary numbers out there. And let's say that the voice system costs you $200 per picker per month, or $1,600 a month. $1,600 times 12, if I'm not mistaken, is $19,200. So let's say the first year, you're gonna pay $119,200 for the setup for voice and for the monthly. And then let's say you've got an additional $10,000 in hardware. So $129,200 for voice. Well, the moment that you implement voice, you're gonna cut $15,000 a month in expenses, which is $180,000 a year. So after a year of running voice, you are going to have about $50,000 in net income in your pocket. That's the first year. And then the second year, you're talking about upwards of $150,000 flowing straight through your bottom line. So you're gonna be way more profitable, you're gonna have way less expenses, way less overhead. And yes, does voice make sense for a company that does 175,000 cases a month? Absolutely. The question is, does it make sense for your company? Well, in order to know if it makes sense for your company, you have to run this same math. You have to get your cases picked per month, you have to get the number of pickers, you have to get the total or the picking hours they pick per week, and then you have to compute the total picking hours a week, the picking hours a month, the cases per picker per week, and the cases per hour. Then you have to take this number and increase it to an average of 290 to get how many pickers you'll truly need to see if this system will pay for itself. Now, I hope that made sense. We've covered a lot on this video. We covered what voice picking is, how it works, why it's better, what the ROI of voice is. And I think if you're a company that's undecided whether or not you need voice, just run the numbers. Run the numbers and figure it out. And if you figure that you're gonna cut more heads in the cost of voice, well, you've just hit a home run and infused your business with a bunch of cash. If you have any questions, go down below, give me a comment, tell me if you agree or disagree. I mean, this is math, straightforward stuff. But if you hated this video, I'd love to know. If you loved it, I'd love to know. Anyways, guys, I look forward to seeing you next video. Take care. Peace.